Yes, hi, beautiful people. I'm Bahati Hilda Sabiti. So excited to be back and then to be sharing a few things, crazy things today that we're going to share about. But it's worth it. Just to know how you can be able to achieve anything, to get anything in life, anything that you want, name it. Because we all have desires, we all have things that we dream about, we all have things that we have prayed about, we all have things that we have hoped for, but so many times we just feel like that thing keeps getting away from us, or it keeps running away from us, whether it's the money, whether it's the good relationship, whether it's anything that you want in life. And if you can figure out, or if you can just put the things that we are going to talk about today in practice, or just think about them and wrap your head around them, it's going to be so easy for you to be able to keep targeting and getting exactly what you want. And people are going to keep wondering what exactly happened. I know for sure this is the road that I've gone, I've walked. This is the journey that I've walked, and I've come to know that it's for sure very, very, very possible. Okay, so we are here for self-improvement. We are here to better ourselves, to grow, and to make sure that we have the best lives possible, to create an epic kind of life where we are happy, where we are wealthy, where we have friends and we know how to relate with other people, deal with difficult people, and all those things. So welcome your friends, share this video, subscribe, and just let me know what you are going through. We can be able to break it down into sizable pieces, be able to digest it, and be able to work around it, and be able to have a solution at the end of the day. This is why I am here. Okay, so welcome to Bahati Hilda Sabiti's episode, where we're talking about how to get anything that you want in life. And I think I want to begin this conversation with self-doubt and why we never get anything that we want in life. Because when self-doubt kicks in, most of the times you are so doubtful and second-guessing yourself whether you deserve certain things in life. And so you get the fear. The self-doubt engulfs you, and then you start creating stories in your brain as to why you cannot achieve a particular thing, whether it's because of your color, because of the family you were born into, because of your background, because of, the mistakes that you made, because of how short you are, how, we have also how you don't have a full figure, and I don't know how people measure those figures, but I'm telling you, there's a lot of reasons as to why we can give ourselves. And when we look at self-doubt, it's really more about the stories that we keep rehearsing and we keep sharing in our brains over and over and over again. And that story never changes. It's not healthy, and it does not actually help you at all. So I want you to know that self-doubt is just a story that you tell yourself that you cannot do something and something is not possible. Okay? And self-doubt is the reason as to why so many of us stay in relationships that are no longer functional. Okay? That are dead. The reason as to why we entertain people that we have no business entertaining. The reason as to why we stay in places where we're not supposed to stay. We stay at jobs where we're not, that we are supposed to let go of and move on with our lives. It's the reason, because when you give yourself reasons, then your body aligns with your mind, because the story is in your mind and you're not able to take a footstep. You're not able to make those decisions, the crucial decisions that you want to make. And this is what I discovered. When you are smart, smart people fail. But do you know why smart people fail? They fail because they predict everything that is going to happen down the road. Okay? So, because they have a lot of math in their head, and I was that kind of person. So I'll give myself all the reasons as to why something cannot work. Either I don't have enough money, either I'm just not good enough. There's someone that is better than me. There's someone who's more confident. There's someone. So I will make all those calculations, cut corners here, and get, and there's a way you visualize and you really see you cannot actually make it. Oh, there's the fear of rejection, the fear of judgment. And then you procrastinate, and then perfectionism, because they think you're smart, so you want to make a smart move. So if you don't make a smart move, then you end up not making any decision at all. Do you see how we berate ourselves? Okay. And then when you go to the bold people, our friends that are really, really bold, they tend to be more successful than the intelligent people. And I'm not saying that a bold person cannot be intelligent, or an unintelligent person cannot be bold. But again, there are those people that just have the boldness, even when they're not intelligent, but they are go-getters. They put one foot in front of the other. They keep going, they keep trying, they make the attempts, they knock on the doors. And this is where I think in that particular verse of the Bible, I don't know where it is exactly, where the judge says that, you know what, this woman has been at my door every morning, and I think I am tired of seeing her here, so I am going to judge her and maybe give her back her lands. And even when you see the marketeers sometimes, or the salespeople, I get so annoyed, you know, when they keep coming to your office, and then they keep calling your phone, and then they never, some of them have mastered the art of never getting annoyed, that they can call you 100 times and it's okay for them. And then you who is being called, maybe you're in meetings, you're in sessions, maybe you're at speaking engagements, and you just feel like, you know what, this person should have known by now that I'm just not interested in their product or something. So you find it, you know, you find it weird. But these people keep trying, and let me tell you, in the end, they win most of the times. 85% of the times, or 90% of the times, they tend to win. Okay, so boldness versus intelligence. I just want us to get these things out of the way so that we can know what is actually holding us back. You need to ask for what you want. That is what bold people do. Bold people don't go and wait for people to think for them, or people to be mind readers, or to dream about what they want, but they go and speak out their minds and say, this is what I want. And this, and they will never give reasons as to why, whether they deserve it or anything, but they will say, this is what I want. I mean, I'm hungry, I want to eat. And then you who is very intelligent and smart, and, you know, just, you know, the etiquette and then the waiting, and everyone is just passing around. No one is giving you food. But the bold person has been able to actually get food. So boldness is about asking for what you want. There's a saying that says that the squeaky wheel is the one that gets the grease. I don't know whether you've heard about that. So because it's squeaking every time, it's then you know, you just feel like, you know what, no, I'm just tired of this squeaking wheel. Let me just grease it so that it can be smooth already, and then that's what happens. But if it never squeaks, nothing, no one will give it that grease. Okay, so I want us to stop deliberating, contemplating, planning, and start acting. You have done enough of the deliberations. You have done enough of the planning. You have done enough, as in you have dreamt, you have turned your dream upside down, you have turned the other way around, you have slept on it, you have consulted people, you have thought about it, you have prayed about it, you have done. So can you stop doing all that and just start acting? What do you want? How do you get yourself there? How do you move from point A to point B? It's going to be by action. You're not going to just be sitting in one place or sleeping or eating and then things are going to work themselves out. No, you have to act. Okay, so action, action, action. And then, you know, when you talk about boldness, we are saying chase what you want. Do not settle for what you can get. You know that most of us settle for what we can get, and we never chase for what we want, because what we want becomes complicated and maybe it's hard to get to. And so we are thinking, no. If I can get a 50%, or if I can get a 30%, it's okay. I can go with that and I can be with that. Now, we said anything that you want to get in life. So Ariel just said hi to you guys. Anything that you want to get in life, boldness, you chase for what you want. And then when we talk about boldness, some of us can think, oh, some people are born bold. No, no one is born bold. Boldness is a practice. It's a skill that we can practice. It's like a muscle that you train your body to be strong. So you train your brain to be bold. Okay? So, do you see how this is achievable? If you decide and just say, no, I'm not going to sit around and wait for things to happen. I'm going to be the pusher. I am going to be the to take the lead. I'm going to take the first step. I'm not going to wait until things happen to me. I'm going to make things happen to me. And those are the people that win in life. I think you've seen people that are not even educated, people that don't have the degrees and the PhDs and everything, but they are pushing the money. They are pushing, as in the wealth. They are making life. They are making themselves happy, and they are creating empires, and they are building empires, kingdoms. And then you, who has a PhD and a degree, apparently you can think, okay, if I invest in this, then I will make losses. It's not the season for it. And then last season people did this, and then it didn't turn out like this, so it's better I hold on. So you're being calculative, but you're procrastinating in the process, and nothing is actually happening. And meanwhile, those that are bold are like, you know what, whether it rains or it does not rain, I am going to to plant. Ariel, stop it. You're shouting. Mommy is working. Okay, so boldness, we are not born bold. We practice boldness, and we get the skill, and we strengthen the muscle of boldness. And then there's something that I want you to get used to. If you want to succeed, make sure that you fail as many times as possible. And now, if you decide to say, you know what, I am going to give 10 attempts to the things that I want. If I want to do something, I'm going to give it, to try it 10 times, and I will give myself the 90 times to fail. And if I fail those many times, you never know. This 10% that I have, it's possible that I'm going to make it work. Okay? So that means that you have to be willing to fail more times, but be able to succeed in the end. And that is something that I want to push to you, and just give you a very little assignment at the end of this video. So don't go away. Make sure that you watch until the end. So when you do this, if you decide to say, let me give it my best. If I fail 90%, I can win 10%. And if I do that many times, then I am going to win more times. I will keep winning at the things that I want. That means that you're going to get what you want. You're going to be overwhelmed, because you will get what you didn't think you deserved, or what you didn't think was actually possible, and you didn't think it was actually available for you. So you are going to be amazed. It's going to be like a miracle, because it's going to be bigger than what you want. Why? Because you were willing to try more times. 10 times. You tried once, you tried twice, you tried thrice, you tried 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. By the time you get to the 10th time, at least you have known 9 ways not to do that particular thing. And then if it goes through, then you're like, yay, so I know how to do it, and I'm not going to do this again. That means I'm going back. My muscle is strengthening for a bigger task, and to get bigger monies, or make more happiness around me, or just create the life that I really want to create. Okay, so one of the things that I've done myself about boldness is really when you go somewhere and you're thinking, you know what, everyone is having this thing, and you're like, okay, can I just create something of my own, be it on a menu? And you're like, you know what, I'm just not going to take the combos that you have. I usually do it a lot with Javas. I'm not going to take the combos that you have, but if I can get this and this and this, and then I make my own kind of a meal, and then they're like, it's possible, we can actually do that. And as in anyway, I've just learned to push those small steps. They're like practices. And I think I gave an example sometime. I used to be that kind of woman who thought that, you know what, your husband will think about how much to give you every month, and how much to spend on you every month, and all those things. And then 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, I'm like, you know what, I need this, I need that, I need that. It's not that I don't have money of my own, but it feels nice to be taken care of. And then after some time, I woke up and I'm like, but you know what, I'm just going to create a budget, a monthly budget, and these are the things that I need. Since I'm in media, I mean, I have to dress up every day, I have to have makeup every day, I have, you know, hair, I have all these things. So this is going to be my budget for a month. And then I'll just zero down to that and then give it to him. So one day he had just come to pick me up from work, and then I give him the budget. I'm like, this is my budget for the month. And he's like, what took you so long? And I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, but I've always waited for you to tell me that this is the kind of money that you need for a month. And so you kept thinking, okay, asking for this, asking for that, asking for that. And I kept thinking that is quite tiresome. But if you had given me a full budget for a month, that would have made it easy. And let me tell you, my life has been so easy, because I mean, I was like, okay, I grew up not knowing how to ask for anything. I didn't have that boldness. I thought, you know what, a woman has to work and provide for herself. And that's exactly what I'm doing. But again, it doesn't hurt. If you have a nice husband, a sweet husband like I do, for someone to just, you know, spoil you and take care of you, it feels nice. But I just didn't know how to ask because I never saw my mother do that. And I've never been around any woman that does that. So I thought, you know what, asking, oh, that would be too much. And I was so blown because I just didn't know that it was just a matter of me saying what I want, and then it happens. So there's so many times I've given my story about carrots so many times, and I'm like, I made a covenant with myself and said I will never be broke and broken ever again in my life. Now that took to act, because I mean, I cried for so long. I wished, I prayed, I wished I wasn't born in maybe in a poor background. I did all those things, and then after some time I was like, wait a minute, but I think I have the authority to change my life around, the boldness, the confidence to change my life around. Why am I just sitting and folding my arms and just waiting for things to happen to me? No. I mean, in the midst of nothing, at my worst, in the roughest patch of my life, I made an about turn and said, no, things are not going to happen the way they want to happen in my life. I'm going to have to dictate how they happen in my life. So I got onto the steering wheel of my life, and I steered my life into happiness, into joy, into wealth, and into just being happy. And that is very, very possible for you. And that is why I wanted to do this today. Okay, so be comfortable asking for the small things, and develop the skill in the long run, and then train your body to be strong while you train your brain to be actually bold to get the things that you want. And this is the assignment. I want you to write down anything that you want in this life, anything that you want in this life, and I want you to make 10 attempts. I want you to try, take 1, take 2, take 3, take 4, take 5, and let me tell you, you will never fail. You will succeed. It's possible you will succeed at the 5th time. It's possible you will succeed at the 8th time. It's possible that you will succeed at the beginning, at the first attempt, and you'll be like, but I didn't know this would work out, and then it has worked out. Yes, and that will really, really be good. So write down anything that you want in this life and make sure that you make the attempts that we have talked about and see how your life changes, and learn to chase for what you want. Do not settle for what is available or what you can get or what can be given, because that will never satisfy you, even in love. I think you've seen this. You know, you can't just settle. You know, I don't love him, but I will just settle. I don't love her, but I will just settle down. Those marriages never work out. Those relationships never work out. You can only go an extra mile if you love someone and you chase and you pursue for what you want, and then you get it and you feel the sense of satisfaction, and you're like, okay, so what next? Okay, so let's build those muscles, let's build the boldness, let's train our bodies to be strong as we train our brains to actually be bold. And from me to you is I love you, and let's meet in the next video. But make sure that you share this and subscribe and click the notification bell so you get every other video that comes out. Okay, I love you, and bye-bye.